Okay, this is project number 7, Desaturated Colors. By comparison to the color wheels, these last two projects are going to be fairly simple. All you're going to do in this particular case is cut your board to the same height and width as you did before. However, this time what I want you to do is to clean out a section, a straight line section, which would be about 1.5 inches high and comes in about 1 inch from either end, right down the middle of the board. Leave that exposed. This is where you're going to do the desaturated color work from. Then the next thing I want you to do is to choose a color that you want to use as desaturated. In this particular case, I'm using red and green. You can do any color that you want to, provided that it is directly opposite one another on the color wheel. That's the important part of doing desaturated color, is to choose a color that has a direct opposite across the color wheel. Don't try to do anything that isn't directly across, like, doing something like yellow to purple or something like that, or red purple or something like that. Don't try to do that. Make sure that they are directly across from each other. So then what I want you to do in this particular case, follow me on this one. I mixed up my green. I'm getting some green on my brush, and then I'm going to put that on the right hand side of the desaturated color band. And I'm going to keep mixing until I get a little bit towards the center. And then I'm going to clean out my brush, and I'm going to put some red on the left hand side. And then when I'm all done with that, I'm going to kind of mix together the red and the green in pretty well equal parts and apply that towards the middle. And then I'm going to mix towards the red, like you can see here. And then I'm going to do the same thing and mix towards the green. Again, the important thing here is to try to come up with less than a line of distinction from where the green starts off and starts going towards the desaturated gray color, and the same thing where you're trying to get a little bit less of a line of distinction between the red and where it becomes the desaturated gray color in the middle. You'll end up with something that hopefully looks like this. Let it dry thoroughly. Use your hair dryer or the heat gun and pull the tape away. It should look like this. And then when you're all done, I want you to label it, and it'll look a lot like that. So we're going to do, as our last project here of mixing paints and stuff, we're actually going to do a shade of where we're going to try to make color appear to go from black to white, almost as if you were seeing the shade on a cylindrical object where it's in perfect blackness on the left and kind of to the light or white on the right. I think that's the way it is, and maybe directly opposite. But anyway, make sure that you label your thing here. This particular case, I did mine from red to green, and that was using the magenta, cadmium red to primary yellow and cyan to get the green. Make sure that you have it labeled appropriately. Anyway, on to the last of the paint mixing projects here next, and we'll be at that pretty soon.